Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where Outreach has been taken over by the Lyran Commonwealth. And actually, I was looking around off camera, and yeah, we're probably going to end up going to Terra, which is currently held by Clan Diamond Shark, but I was not actually able to find any locations that had a Comstar owner. There might be some that I missed. It's possible. But I wasn't able to find one. So we're probably going to go to Terra, rather. And the reason why we're going to go to Terra is, of course, because this has a permanent Comstar presence and is controlled by Clan Diamond Shark, which is not bad. However, I don't want to travel quite yet. Reason being, it would be a waste of time. So what we're going to do here is we're going to deploy one last time on Outreach before we head on over to Terra. So let's go ahead and open up the command center here. We're ready to deploy. Let's deploy maybe on this mission here. It's decent pay, mediocre salvage. But that's okay. We can sit straight down the middle, fight the local pirate organization, and hopefully get out of here fairly quickly and move somewhat efficiently. So let's go ahead and do this. This is a battle in the Highlands, 2-skull difficulty. Maybe we'll run into a heavy or two, but I'm not holding my breath on that. We are going to make our way after this to Terra, whether we have a travel contract or not. It'll take about 14 days to get there. I'm not too concerned about that. I just want to be repairing and resting our mech warriors at the same time. So after this mission, we are going to be heading off to Terra. And that'll be great, because there we'll be able to get some Comstar missions again, I hope. Comstar should have a permanent presence on Terra, so all should be good. So we need to destroy enemy forces. Within the last 3 months, the local pirate organization has struck our facilities, personnel, and supply convoys over half a dozen times. My superiors in the state leadership would like to even the score. We'd like to hire you to find a pirate lance and destroy it to demonstrate we're not without military resources on Outreach. They want to show military strength here in Outreach? We can do that for them. Indeed we can.
Interface initiated.
Okay. I am noticing the recording is certainly chugging. However, the game doesn't appear to be, so hopefully the recording will even out. Hopefully. At any rate, we know that there's enemies up over this way. For sure. And I guess we'll deploy up over here. Something along the lines of that. And while that's deploying, I'm going to see if I can figure out what is causing this chugging. Okay, I changed tabs in Firefox. And, well, it did clean out for a moment there, but it's going back. Okay, well, the fact of the matter is RogueTech doesn't really require a super high frame rate, and doesn't really achieve one anyway. So, the Hunchback here, well, actually, who are we moving? We are moving the Firestarter. We see that there is a Marshal out over here. We also see an Azula too. We see a helicopter and a Striker. This is not particularly frightening, if I'm honest. We are going to head out over this way with the Firestarter, and we can't actually potshot because I missed my aim. I was going to potshot the lasers at this guy, but it's okay. Okay, they missed the Marshal entirely. That is fine.
Commander?
The Ghost is going to move up over this way.
Aye. And
we'll potshot the Marshal as best we can. We're not going to hit it, but we'll give it a go. As I said, we're not going to hit it.
Failed to connect.
Yep. To be expected. Our Stormcrow friend moves up, attacks the Azula, and it does get some hits in here. 6 damage. Okay. Not too much, in all honesty. We're going to move up with this Centurion, and we're not firing that Ultra AC-20 at this point, I can tell you that right now. We're also not firing the ATM, just the laser. And again, we miss, and we're not surprised by this. This is very, very expected. Okay.
Minimum damage. This guy's nothing.
Indeed.
Receiving you.
So we're going to move up with this hunchback here, and what are we going to target? Probably the helicopter, actually. It's only a 20% hit chance, but if we do hit it, it'll do a fair chunk of damage. It won't shoot it down, I don't think, but... And we didn't hit it anyway. I'm not shocked by this.
That's a miss.
Okay, phase 17. Who was that? I think they reserved.
Yeah.
Or there's another Lance out there that we don't know about. One or the other.
Confirmed. Here we go.
But we're going to continue attacking that Marshal. And we miss. We're not shocked by this. It hasn't moved yet. It's next round that we're expecting to really start getting some damage down. The Marshal moves. Then the Striker. I think there might be another Lance out there. Okay. Yeah, my current suspicion is that there's another Lance. We're going to move up with our Hunchy here. The Hunchy's role is to try to shoot down this helicopter. We'll see if it manages. Not exactly.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
As I thought. I already suspected another Lance. That's a Hetzer out there? Okay. That's some artillery attacking it. That's fine. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to put the Blackjack into flak mode with the Arrow 4, I think. And I'd love to shoot at this guy. Yeah, this is worth a little bit of damage in there. Okay. So we're going to move up with this Centurion here.
On the move.
And it's going to be required that we fire the heavy rifle. We're going to fire it at this Marshal.
I'm going to give him the big bubble.
We didn't hit, but that's okay. This is to be expected. It's this round that things should, in theory, start switching into our favor a bit. I guess we'll position here. I'm not super happy with this positioning.
Acknowledged.
But we'll position here, and hit odds are better on the Marshal, so we'll go for it.
I copy.
Yeah, 40 damage. Not too shabby. Okay, phase 22, that is their gunship that moves up. Fires on our allied unit there. Doesn't do much damage. I like it.
Waiting for orders.
This Centurion is going to close in over here. We're going to check hit odds. 46 and 71.3. We take this.
Roger that. Target confirmed.
Good damage on that Marshal. It's now unsteady. We're going to continue focusing on that. That's a, like, champion flea unit. Okay.
Something I can do.
Interesting. We're going to move up with this Centurion up to here. This is now unsteady, so we're going to go ahead and fire on him.
Target is going out. Right.
That's a leg destruction.
Inflicted some.
Fantastic, so that's a knockdown. That Marshal's pretty dead. He may not know it yet. But he is definitely pretty dead. The Stormcrow moves up, fires on the Marshal. Just gets a smattering of damage out there. That's not that great, in all honesty. We're going to move up with our Ghost, and we are going to...
No target.
These SRMs have lower hit odds than I was hoping for, but we're going to go ahead and go for this shot here. Okay, we managed to take off some armor there. And they managed to take off some armor as well. Okay, the enemy has a Vulcan that just moved up. Our Hunchy is going to, I think, maybe stay put. This is a potential of stray shot here, but I'm going to take it. I think our hit odds are good enough.
Aye, aye. Engaging target.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
Okay, next up.
I'm listening.
The Vulcan is going to close in over this way.
Affirmative.
And we are going to look at shooting down the gunship as our next priority target, I think.
Here you go.
Bad shooting on the autocannon for sure. That is moderately acceptable. Striker closes in and attacks that Stormcrow. We're fine with this. And
What's up, boss?
this Hunchback is, of course, a heavy rifle Hunchy. We're going to just move up to here.
Roger.
Check hit odds, 25% and 37% on the Striker, actually.
Copy that.
Okay, that was abysmal, but sure.
Negative damage.
Okay, phase 11. Yazula moves up. Okay, AMS doing its thing.
Receiving you.
Our Blackjack is going to step forward over this way. We may shoot at this guy again in flak mode. That's a 95% hit chance. Yeah, I don't think these guys are really clustered enough to justify firing on them with the Arrow 4 right now. So we're just going to fire on this gunship in flak mode. Boom. Good armor shred there. Yeah, we're not surprised that that Thumper is going to start doing work. It's way out there. We'll have to push through quite a lot of units to get there.
Standing by.
The Ghost is... I would love to get into the water, and in fact we can. We can get into the water with the Ghost here. That's wonderful. We take this overheat. Light him up.
Alright.
We got a structure exposure there, but we
Keep an
did
eye on my
not
Commander.
eliminate it. Okay. Phase 21. The gunship moves over. Goes for the fire starter. Only hits it a little bit. Next,
Ready to get it
the
on.
fire starter is itself going to move over this way.
I copy.
And we are going to look to eliminate this Striker. We'll just start pot-shotting the Flamers. We don't expect too many hits with them just yet.
I'm here.
And the Centurion is going to move up to here and take out that gunship. I'm not going to fire the... Oop, hello. Give me that back. I'm not going to fire the Ultra AC-20 here. That's a rotor crit, but the gunship isn't dead yet.
Critical hit, Commander.
Okay. The Vulcan moves up, engages our Ghost. Sure. That is fine. We're going to move up with this Centurion. Do we go for the gunship at this point, or do we go for the Vulcan? Hit odds are better on the gunship. I'm going to only fire the streak here. Perfect. The reason why I only fired the streak was I didn't want to stray shot our Vulcan. Okay, that Stormcrow getting some damage in on that Striker. The Flea moves up, guarded and entrenched. More damage on that Striker. That's acceptable.
Good to go.
Our Hunchy is going to step forward over here. I'm not going to fire on these guys for sure. We're just going to fire on this Azula for now.
Confirmed.
And we did hit it, so that's fantastic.
Ready for orders.
The Blackjack is now going to step forward to here, and we're going to drop our Arrow 4 right on this Flea, I think. We, of course, want to be in indirect mode here.
Locking on target.
And let's see how much armor shred we get. That's a good amount, actually. That hit in a pretty decent
Right
location.
here.
So the Vulcan is going to sprint over this way to get into the water. And we're going to continue to fire on this main battle tank, I think, because of stray shot potential. Okay, those were very stray shots, but they didn't hit anything.
Missed.
And they got a chaff cloud in over here. Okay, that's fine. So that Striker moves back a little bit, fires on our ally unit. That's fine.
Yeah.
This Hunchback is going to step forward to this position here. And I would love to continue hitting that Azula, I think. Yep, that's the target.
Acknowledged.
Solid hits there. Very solid. And that straight up missed, I think. Okay, that's fine. And they're going for the Vulcan over there. That's fine too.
Watch my heat.
Okay, and that thumper straight up missed. It would have been slightly painful if they had hit this grouping, but they didn't. They missed, so we're all good. We're going to move up with our Centurion here to this position. And our Centurion is going to look to attack this Vulcan, but not with the Ultra AC-20. We're just going to potshot it and close in. Excellent. The Flea moves up, attacks the Vulcan a bit, gets some stray shot in there. But overall, that's not too bad. Our Firestarter is closing in on this guy, this striker here. I want to keep it in the water because the Firestarter has some heat issues for sure. Solid damage to that striker. I like it. The Stormcrow moves up, attacks the Romeo, and that is a very solid hit. I'm actually surprised that they didn't make it unsteady there with that one. The Vulcan moves up, doesn't fire. Okay. The Ghost is a little overheated, there's no doubt about that. I'm just going to step it here, and we're going to potshot the 2 medium lasers and sink a little heat. We did miss them. It's not super shocking.
Attack failed.
Okay, this Centurion is going to make its way around to, I think, this position for right now. And we're going to continue to fire on that Flea. That's unsteady. Excellent. The gun moves up, fires on the Hetzer. Okay, I mean, it does 2 damage.
Good to go.
Sure. In terms of clustering, honestly, I feel like maybe we go for the Azula and hope that we have some splash damage from it being offset. Yeah, that's about exactly what I wanted.
Waiting for orders.
This Hunchy is going to step forward over here and finish that Flea, I think.
Firing on target.
Well, that's an arm destruction anyway. Okay, pilot ejection. That'll do. Fantastic.
Commander.
We're going to step forward with our Vulcan here. And our Vulcan is going to fire on the Azula. Unfortunately, our Ultra AC-5 is jammed. But we'll get a little bit of damage in there.
Yep.
This Hunchy is going to step forward.
Confirmed.
And we're going to continue to fire on that Azula. And hope that we don't stray shot our friends. Nope. All is good. Fantastic. So the Striker is going to move out of the fire, take the burn damage, attack the Blackjack. That's fair enough. Okay, now the Azula and the Hetzer will move. That's a solid hit on the Vulcan there, but no splash damage, so I think that's reasonably okay. The Azula is going to move through the fire and get itself some burn damage there. Sure.
Mostly missed.
If that's what it wants to do, I guess we'll accept it. There's another main battle tank out there attacking the Vulcan. Okay.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
And a little bit more damage into their artillery line there. Sure. So the enemy Vulcan is continuing to back off.
What's up, boss?
Our Firestarter is going to come in over here and stick to the water if we can. Yeah, we'll stick to here.
Moving out.
And this overheat is going to be extreme. I think we're going to be forced to not fire our medium lasers here.
Target locked. It's go time.
We did hit all 4 flamers, and that ended up
Can't vent all this heat.
causing an ejection on the Striker. Fantastic. The Stormcrow going for the main battle tank, that's perfect. That is absolutely ideal.
Standing by.
We're going to move up with this Centurion. I would like to get a little bit more clear LOS.
Commander.
This is the best we've got here. And I guess we'll just do this.
Commander.
Fantastic. So the enemy units are now destroyed, and the reinforcements are 25% gone. We know there's a Vulcan out there, as well as 2 tanks.
Yeah.
Okay, our Vulcan is going to close in up over this way.
I'm telling it. Yes, I am.
Excellent. The AC-5 is now unjammed, that's good. And our Ghost is going to move up here
Alright.
and sink heat. And then
Commander,
our Hunchy actually gets a rear arc shot here on that Vulcan.
location confirmed.
We'll take the pot shot. I doubt we'll hit.
Putting one in the back.
We actually did.
Yeah?
Okay.
What can I do you for?
The Centurion is going to move up into the same sort of position.
I get it.
And we didn't hit that one, but that's not shocking.
No luck.
Waiting for
Our
orders.
Blackjack is in exactly the same position here, though. And we can do just something like this. That's heavy damage to that Vulcan.
I'm out of long-range missiles.
Actually, you're not. You still have Infernal rounds, and that's completely fine. We're going to move our Hunchy to here, and we're going to continue shooting the rear arc of this Vulcan.
Copy that.
And that's a dead Vulcan. Fantastic.
That one's gone.
So all that's left, of course, is our 2 tanks out there. The Hetzer moves up, goes for the Vulcan again. The Vulcan's going to be unsteady here, that's expected. I sprinted it so we didn't lose the instability from last round. That's okay. We're going to move up with our fire starter, but our fire starter is a ways away and pretty overheated. It's probably not going to be very useful for a while.
Yes, Commander.
This Centurion is going to sprint forward.
Moving at full throttle.
Okay, they're going to do 3 damage to the Hetzer. Sure.
Waiting for orders.
Our Ghost is going to sprint forward as well.
Moving out.
Stormcrow moves up, fires on that Hetzer. It does do 4 more damage. I guess we'll take that.
Right here.
Our Vulcan is not going to sprint this time. We are going to do that to ditch our instability. The Hunchback is not likely to get a shot off,
Managing heat.
so we're going to do something like that. And I'm just going to step the Blackjack down here, and we're going to fire on the Hetzer with our Arrow 4 in Infernal mode.
Aye, aye.
Kaboom. That's a lot of damage to that Hetzer, and that's great.
Commander?
The Centurion is going to sprint forward,
No problem.
and we'll see what these guys end up doing. The Hetzer moves through the fire, takes some burn damage. I think it's still shooting at the Vulcan. Right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Ready
Game
for
technically didn't show us, but I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here. The Hunchy closes in. And this is going to be this main battle tank. Yep. As expected.
Light damage, Commander.
Okay, so we're going to have Death Crusade sprint on forward here.
Understood. Moving fast.
And then the Stormcrow moves up, does not fire. And we're going to have Scrub come over, like, this direction.
Roger that.
Excellent. And then our Centurion is going to move up over this way. We're just closing in right now. Continuing to fire on the Hetzer and continuing to miss. There. Okay. Well, our Ghost is going to move on in.
Double time. Let's go.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And our Vulcan is going to, at this point, I think, sprint up over into cover.
Affirmative.
Excellent.
Yes, Commander.
This Hunchback is going to continue to close in.
Double time. Let's go.
And we're going to just have this Hunchback chill for now.
Orders.
Our Blackjack is, of course, going to continue to drop Infernal Artillery on this Hetzer.
Roger that.
I would have preferred that it land on the other side of the Hetzer and hit both of these, but okay. They're continuing to focus on that Vulcan.
Damage minimal.
We do have structural exposure on that Thumper now, though. So that's pretty great. I'm pretty happy about that.
It's okay. Damage is light.
Okay. Stormcrow moves up, fires on that Hetzer. Only 3 damage there. It could theoretically get a kill any round now. Now that we've exposed the armor on it.
Good to go.
Our Firestarter is going to continue to move on up.
Standing.
As is our Centurion here.
Quick stepping it.
This water is not the fastest thing to move through, though. That's for sure. We're going to position the Hunchy up here. We still don't quite have LOS, but next round we will.
Yes, Commander.
And our Ghost is going to move up similarly. Excellent. That was some internal damage on the Thumper there. We're going to go ahead and utilize our Blackjack, though, and we're going to drop another Infernal round right on that Thumper. That was solid right there.
One for the scrap heap.
So that's a dead Hetzer, and the MBT did take some damage there.
Yeah.
So we're very, very happy about that. The Vulcan is going to position here,
All in AF.
and we're going to pot shot this. Our hit odds aren't the best, but
Everything I got.
we did a little damage there. That'll do.
Yeah.
This Hunchback is, of course, never going to be an LOS.
Holding and cooling.
Okay, that shot was pretty
minimal damage.
spectacularly fail. Wait, who did they even hit? They stray shotted one of us. A spectacular failure, regardless. It was the Ghost. Yep, they stray shotted the Ghost. Rude, right in that arm.
Ready for orders.
Well, the Firestarter is going to move on up.
Understood. Moving fast.
And now that we're arriving up here, this should end quite quickly.
orders.
The Centurion is going to continue to close in,
I'm receiving you.
as is the Ghost.
Affirmative.
And that's a whole lot of misses on the MBT.
I'm listening.
So the Vulcan is now going to move into this
Roger that.
position. Yeah, it's through the fire, but it's okay.
Take this.
Yeah, I really would have preferred that those autocannon shots hit. Okay.
Yeah.
So now this Centurion is going to move up to here. And
Orders.
this Hunchback can, in theory, get into LOS now. Here is a good position, I think.
Locked on.
Yeah, that was reasonable.
I'm black on AC-20 ammo.
Yeah, that's expected. This Hunchback is never going to get in LOS.
Yes, Commander.
We're going to drop another Infernal round on these guys. We're
Firing.
starting to get pretty close here. That was a pretty bad miss, actually. And he's probably going to ace pilot through this fire. Yeah, a little bit. Excellent.
Orders.
Okay, so our Firestarter is going to continue to close in. It's basically caught up at this point from its detour.
Commander.
Our Ghost is going to move up to here.
Roger.
And our hit odds aren't going to be great through this fire, but we'll give it a go. A little bit of damage there. Stormcrow moves up, fires on the MBT, gets 3 damage, sure.
Good to go.
This Centurion is going to close in. We don't have LOS. Quite yet. That's another, like, 9 damage there.
Waiting
Sure.
for orders.
Now, we're almost in range of our ATMs here, I feel like, but we're not quite there.
Good to
And
go.
this guy did move further away, so I feel comfortable dropping our final Arrow 4 on him. Wonderful.
I'm out of LRM.
So that's our last
Commander.
artillery piece, right? So we're just going to come up here, melee attack this guy. We did hit the melee attack. That's pretty huge, of course. We're out of heavy rifle ammo, I think. Or was that our last round? What did shoot there? Was that the wrecking ball? That may have been the wrecking ball.
Commander.
Awkward, if true. I'd like to position, like, here for purposes of Ultra AC5 minimum range.
Here goes.
8 damage into the Hunchy there, but that's acceptable. And we're going to not do anything with this Hunchy, of course.
Got it. Venting heat.
Well, we'll see what he decides to do. Goes for the Hunchy, hits himself as well, and then ace pilots through the fire, I'm assuming. Yep, exactly. So our Firestarter can sprint its way up to here, and this, of course, gets us in position to potentially kill this guy. Now, he is strong side to us. That's okay.
I'm listening.
The Vulcan is going to position, like, over here.
I'm going. Locking on and firing it all.
Solid. He is no longer strong side to us, I believe.
Yes,
Our
Commander.
Ghost is going to move up to here. I'm a bit concerned about its heat, to be sure. I think we'll not fire the medium lasers. And there we go. Fantastic. Let's get out of here. Now, of course, the primary purpose of this was to buy us repair and rest time to do some traveling. So we'll get those repairs underway. We didn't take any major damage. We'll mostly just have to put armor on. In fact, I think only have to put armor back on, which is something that Yang is perfectly capable of doing. So we will go ahead and see what we get from salvage. I'm not expecting too much out of that. I mean, we could theoretically get ourselves a Thumper and Thumper ammo. That might not be the worst idea. We do have a Thumper right now, and we could, in theory, start working with Thumpers. And yeah, let's definitely grab ourselves a Thumper ammo as well. That's only 1 ton of Thumper ammo. Yeah, that's our only Thumper ammo right now. So I think I'm going to hold off on utilizing Thumpers until we get a little bit more ammo. But we're definitely starting to get a decent collection of Thumpers, which is good. We'll be able to definitely utilize those, especially as we start getting some heavy mechs going. You know what? I didn't sell things from the list. Oh well. Oh well, it's not that big of a deal. We've got plenty of cash. If we need to sell things later, it'll be fine. Okay, Yang, how much is this going to cost to repair? Well, Yang, what do you got? 35k, 7 days, do it. Get that underway, and we are going to immediately begin moving to Terra. And of course, the reason we're moving to Terra... Which one of these was Terra? It was one of these. Somewhere over here. This one. Okay, the reason we're moving to Terra is because Comstar is active there, and we can fight Clan Diamond Shark, which I am very, very happy to do. So we're going to head on over to Terra. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to finish this traveling and continue working for Comstar. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.